All right, and we are back for round four. We have lost the die roll, and I have to mulligan this hand because it only has one land, so we can't cast any of our cards. So we will go ahead and mulligan to six. And I think that I have to mulligan this hand for the same reason. It's just a little too risky. So we'll mulligan again. And alright, I guess we have to keep this four. Our five card hand had no land. I don't know if I mulliganed it pretty quickly. I'm not sure if you saw it, but really not a hand we could ever conceivably keep. So we just have to keep this, and hopefully somehow we get there. I mean, he led with Opulent Palace, so I'm gonna keep Anafenza because it's really good against him. And if he doesn't have a removal spell, maybe I can just somehow beat. I mean, this feels like the Sultai Whip style deck. Maybe I can just somehow win just straight off the back of Anafenza if he just doesn't have a way to kill it. So, I mean, I do need to draw a green source, but I'm gonna have to draw a green source to win anyway. Doesn't look like our opponent's doing a whole lot, and we didn't draw anything. And hopefully he just doesn't play like Sidisi here or something like that. Whip. Wow, okay, yeah. I mean, I like the way that this game is going, even though we're not really doing anything here, but our opponent is really not doing anything to us, so we actually maybe have a chance. We drew a green source, so we're... Oh, man, if we could have gotten that Anafenza into play before this happened, especially if it's something good. Oh my god, it's Freaka and Soul of Innistrad. All these other cards, jeez. Would have really loved to be able to get this into play first. Oh well. Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're really in for a grind now. I'm wondering if I should even bother. I mean, I guess I should play the game out, but it almost might be worth to just hold back information. Maybe our opponent doesn't know what we're playing. But I don't think that I can do that. But really, it seems really unlikely that we end up winning this game. But I don't know. Might as well give it a shot. Now, if we could have drawn this last turn and the Citadel this turn, that would have been great. Okay, well, our opponent has Murderous Cut, so that's bad. Since that means that Anafenza is going to get cut. They just don't want to exile these four cards. I don't blame them. This feels like Hornet Queen, maybe. Yep. Alright, well, I can kill the Hornet Queen and it gets exiled. We have a second Anafenza, too. I think I just have to. The tokens can wait. I think I have to just kill this Hornet Queen right now just to get it completely exiled. Um, and then I just have pass the turn, but I just want it exiled so he can't whip it back. Now he's probably gonna like Murderous Cut. Oh no, man, it's so bad. Now I feel like I should probably concede. I mean, maybe he doesn't take Bioblade. I don't know, but no, he takes Bioblade. I mean, you can't really play around that. Pretty sure his hand is a Murderous Cut because he went for the cut. but I don't know what else he has. Well, I guess we're drawing to our third Bioblight. Not particularly likely, but I will play on in hopes that maybe somehow we draw it. And jam the Death Dealer and go ahead and scry. Yeah, I'm gonna bottom that. It doesn't affect these insects at all. Alright, so now this is probably a Soul of Innistrad activation, if I'd take a guess. Yeah, getting back the Wayfinder and the Freaka. And then probably gonna cut Anafenza at some point. He's probably gonna cut Anafenza, then play Satyr Wayfinder, and then play Freaka. At least he doesn't have enough to. Well, I guess with a Satyr Wayfinder, he will have enough devotion for Freaka. Right, there's the Freaka. Interesting. Maybe he doesn't have. Huh. Maybe he doesn't have a Murderous Cut. Another Caryatid. Another land. Okay. I mean, we're actually a Bioblade away from still being in this game. Well, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can't actually turn Farika off even with downfall, so we're just going to pass the turn. I'm just going to have to sit here and regenerate this Death Dealer over and over again. Until we hopefully draw a Bioblade. Alright, so let's go ahead and block. Regenerate. Like, we could draw Bioblight, then we could draw Abzan Charm and maybe still be in this game if he just doesn't ever draw anything. Oh, we could draw a land. Wingmate Rock. That doesn't actually do it. It doesn't get the job done. So I think we're just stuck doing the same thing again. And go ahead and regenerate here. I still want to just hold on to this. I don't want to blow it yet. Because maybe we draw Bioblade. Nope. Alright, now I'm comfortable just conceding. Like, I could downfall to buy a turn, but I'm still not beating the board, so no reason for that. I want just 2 Bioblades. I want Back to Nature, a couple copies. Well, he has Sultai, so he's probably going to bring in stuff, Planeswalkers and things. So I definitely want to have access to downfalls post board. I think I don't want Murderous Cut because I think I want Abzan Charm too to exile. So I think Murderous Cut's actually the weak link against this version. I want my Planeswalkers and all my creatures, and I want 2 of my Back to Natures because he's probably going to side out some of the stuff. And maybe just having three back to natures in the sideboard is just not worth it anymore because everyone knows it's coming, so you don't really get a lot out of it. Um, so I think it's probably fine to shave one at this point. And yeah, I don't know. I think the sideboard could be reworked a little bit. Maybe put Nissa back in, but I don't know where I really want to side in Nissa, so maybe not. But I'm happy with most of the rest of the sideboard slots, though. Alright, well, this hand we can cast stuff, so we're definitely keeping this. And it's actually a pretty good hand. It's, uh, turn 2 Death Dealer, turn 3 Anafenza, turn 4 Rhino. No biggie. Alright, let's cast this bad boy. And then hopefully this Anafenza survives, because that's kind of integral to. Or it doesn't get Thoughtseized. Sweet, didn't get Thoughtseized. So. It looks like our opponent kept a slow hand again. Our opponent's hand last game was really bad. I think if we had had anything resembling a normal draw, we would have really been able to win. But here we have a pretty good start, so hopefully this isn't a removal spell. Like I don't, I'm fine with anything that's not Hero's Downfall here. Please don't Hero's Downfall me. And okay, yeah, I'm okay with that. Hopefully it's a bunch of creatures so he can't murderous cut me, which it is. So those creatures get exiled thanks to Anafenza. So really nice to see these things gone. Also, Kiora proves that he did bring in the Planeswalkers, so these downfalls are great. And he took Temple of Mystery, but he played Evolving Wilds, so definitely doesn't really care about scrying, so his hand's probably pretty good. But we're just gonna crunch on in with these two. See if he decides to block at all. Um, Now I'm not sure if I want to pump Death Dealer or not. So hit him for 7. If I pump Death Dealer, he's just dead next turn, but that gives him an opportunity to maybe resolve something, and I want to keep this open. So I think I just want to keep mana open at this point. So we'll just hit him for that and then pass. And worst case, I can just draw 2 cards if I need to. Nothing wrong with that. Take 4 damage to draw 2 cards, but nothing wrong with that. I do have this Rhinoceros that will help bring some of that back. Alright. This also forces him to kill my Anafenza with a removal spell, which maybe that's not where he wants to be killing things, but, oh well. I mean, I would rather him kill my Death Dealer, but that's just me. And it is a Courser, which, yeah, I'm okay with that. And a Murderous Cut. Alright, Pluto Delta. That definitely suggests that he is interested in maybe fetching away the Murderous Cut. Seems weird. Um, Alright, well, I'm just going to kill that Courser. And that way it gets exiled. And we get to attack for a bunch again. So if I kill his Satyr Wayfinder, I can only hit him for 10. But hitting him for 10 puts him lethal to Siege Rhino. So I'm actually going to do that. I don't think there's... Like, what could he have? Can't think of what he could have. punish me for that. I don't know. We're gonna go for it though. And crash on in. And he can't Murderous Cut because all of his creatures have gotten exiled, which is pretty nifty. Thanks to Anafenza. It's a really powerful card. Yeah, so I think just putting him at 2 here with a Rhino in hand is just probably the best thing we can do. I don't... Yeah. Interesting that he fetches away knowing that the top card of his deck's Murderous Cut. He really just doesn't want to draw Murderous Cut. It seems good here, but... I mean, he's dead to the Rhino, but... him not knowing that, it seems good. Another Satyr Wayfinder. And it's... 4 creatures, wow. They all get exiled. So he is playing Sidisi, though. That is good to know. Now that we know that it's actually a Sidisi deck and not the alternative. And this is probably Murderous Cut. Yeah, this is going to be cut on the Death Dealer. Yep. So now he can just chomp Anafenza with Satyr Wayfinder, but I have Rhino. So white, green, colorless. We'll just play this. Just finish things off. Alright. So he's playing the Sidisi version of the deck. So I think that makes Back to Nature a lot worse, but it makes Bile-Blight better. Since Bile-Blight kills Sidisi. Or all the zombies if we need to. So I want to bring in an extra Bile-Blight. But, well, maybe actually instead of that, instead of cut the Back to Nature, I'm just going to bring in the cut. He still has Courser, and I didn't see a whip, did I? He might have sided out all of his whips. Maybe all he has left is Courser. No, he had Doomwake Giant still in his deck. Alright, we'll leave one Back to Nature. And we'll try coming back to the cut. No, I think cut's just worse than Bile-Blight. Because, like, what big creatures does he have that I care about cutting? I mean, it's like Sidisi and a bunch of small things. So yeah, we'll run with this. And hopefully this works out for us. Awkward. I'm going to keep this hand. And if we draw a land within the first few turns, it's really good. And I think that I just have to take that risk, which I did draw the land, so that's sweet. It means my Lion's going to come into play a turn late, though, which is awkward. And hopefully he doesn't have Sylvan Carrytid. That's just definitely the most scary card. Because it means that he could have a Sidisi the following turn. And he can just play, like, that. Then he can just play things like too fast for me. Oh, he does have Carrytid. Another Lion. I mean, I have to play the Citadel here. I can't play Scared with Urborg. It's really awkward if he does have Sidisi, though. But if he just doesn't play Sidisi or plays anything else, yeah, like here he's just playing something else. Satyr Wayfinder. And he gets a forest and puts a bunch of good stuff in his graveyard. And he plays that forest. Another Carrytid, okay. Where were you a turn ago? Alright, again, I don't think that I can bother to play Scared, so if he jams a Sidisi on me, then so be it. But I want to play this so that next turn I can play this, plus this, and then start rocking him. Let's see what this is. Doomwake Giant, okay. I can actually attack... Ooh, Jungle Hollow. Whew. So I can actually attack into the Doomwake Giant with Fleecemane Lion and Bile-Blight it, but I don't really want to do that because I want to save this for Hornet Queen, which it really seems like this is the kind of hand that has a Hornet Queen. So, yeah, I definitely would rather just do that. Now, I think I just play a Rhino. White, green, and we get to use our mana confluence without taking damage. And I don't really care about this Doomwake Giant that much. It doesn't kill any of our creatures, and it's not even bigger than Siege Rhino. Like, if he attacks with it, I can just double block. No, that's really bad, because he could just kill my Rhino and then eat my Lion. But, like, I can just take 4 from it for a while. I mean, eventually I'm going to be Wingmate rocking and stuff, so... This feels like the turn where a Hornet Queen is going to come down. Yep. And he probably doesn't attack. He does not. Alright, well, I am just going to play out another Lion here, and I can't attack myself. It feels like he just, I kind of just have this gut feeling that he just has a second Hornet Queen in his hand because he's just not playing anything. Maybe not. I think I want to just take the 5 here this turn in case he just plays a second Hornet Queen. Then I can just Bioblight all 8 insects. I don't think the couple points of life is going to make or break this match. He's attacking everything. That makes me definitely feel like it's... No. Alright, well, I'll take it. I probably should have actually Biobladed on my turn while he was tapped out so that I can't get wrecked by a removal spell. But it is what it is. Alright, so here's a Satyr Wayfinder. Alright, well, we should have kept in all our Back to Natures because he did not side any of that stuff out. Jungle Hollow. Alright, now I'm going to go for the Bioblights. And if he has an instant speed removal spell, he gets to get me, but he doesn't. And I think that I exile his Doomwake Giant. And then attack on in. And he can hit me back for 4, but that's not really that much. We're hitting him for a lot. So we'll see. Yeah, he's probably just going into chump mode here. If I draw a land ever, I can start jamming these guys, which would be real sweet. And he doesn't have a removal spell either, or he's not interested in using it, which bodes well for me. As long as he doesn't have a second Hornet Queen. That's what I don't want to see. Alright, and he's passing. Man, I want to kill his Hornet Queen, but if... Yeah, I just have to kill... I just have to kill the Hornet Queen here, and then crash on in again. And... just hope he doesn't draw a whip or something like that. And that we can just kill him before that point. And now we have him at 4, okay. This is a really weird game. Soren, man. Huh. What am I afraid of him drawing? Whip is really the thing I'm most afraid of him drawing. I don't think that Soren affects this game at all. So I'm going to bottom it. Because I want to draw another Bioblade, I think. Alright, well we ended up winning. That was a really, really weird game. We definitely misboarded based on what we saw. Because he left in Doomwakes and Whips and Coursers and all that stuff. But his draw didn't come together. And we ended up pulling it out. Pretty anemically, but somehow it worked out. So I guess that was round 4. We ended up going 3-1. We beat both the whip decks, but it was close. pretty much how those matchups are. I think that Abzan aggro is favored, but it's not like a blowout. We defeated the mirror match because our build is built to beat the mirror match, and we also lost to Mardu, which I think is a close matchup. But I mean, I feel favored, but like I said before, doesn't mean necessarily mean that Abzan aggro is favored in the matchup, and we kept a pretty loose one. So uh, anyway, 3-1, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the deck and enjoyed the videos. Let me know in the comments anything you think, anything you liked or didn't like. I always read all those and respond to a lot of them. Sometimes I miss some, but for the most part, I try to get to everything that um, is looking for a response. So feel free to hit me up with feedback. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you another time.